everyone, and welcome to my channel, Pretty in Pink. Today's video is going to be really short because honestly I just got inspiration for the video. I just finished a video where I organized my yarn, so if you guys want some yarn organization inspo or you want a little video in the background while you're organizing your yarn, that is what you can watch, as evidenced here by all my lovely bagged yarn. But what I want to talk about today are my whips. So whips is WIP, which is works in progress. So I just started these, so they're not very far along, and I'm basically making this video for accountability so I can continue to work on them so I don't procrastinate. Hopefully this will motivate me, like, oh man, I made a video telling people that I was making this, so let me work on it so that I'll actually finish it, you know? So hopefully this will help keep me accountable. In any case, I have 10 whips here with me. That's what I have so far. That's what I'm working on. I hope I don't add. It shouldn't have even gotten to 10. What happens is I'll work on something and then I'll get bored with it, so then I'll start working on this. Then I'll get bored with this and I'll start working on that. And it just keeps hopping and hopping and hopping. So that's what happened, but hopefully we can just hold these 10, finish them, and then start a new batch of things, okay? So in addition to these 10 whips that I have with me, I also have my whip journal. So first of all, this journal is super cute. Look at this. Hold on. I don't think you can see it. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Hold on. You can't see it. Hold on. This little notebook, it's fuzzy. I got it from the store. I got it from, I think, Walmart. And it has this ice cream cone, and then look, look, look. So cute. Anyway, back to the whips. Okay, so in my whip journal, what I normally do is I write down things that I want to create or things that I have created. And so the patterns are either my own pattern that I've created, because I only use simple stitches because I'm just starting. In terms of, I mean, I've been knitting and crocheting since I was young, but this is my first time actually making projects with it. So I'm very much, even though it's funny, even though I've known how to knit and crochet for years, I still am a beginner. I think I've made 2 things in my entire life: a beanie and an infinity scarf. That's it. So anyway, so I use very simple stitches, so I'm able to write a simple pattern. And sometimes I'll get a pattern from someone else and I'll incorporate it into what I want to make and things like that. So we're just gonna really quick go through my whip journal and see what we got. See what we're whipping up. Oh. Okay. So what I normally do with my whip journal is I'll have the start date, I'll have the finish date, then I'll have the title. I always give whatever project I'm working on, I give it like a cute title. Then I'll put whatever craft it is, the skill level, the techniques necessary to make it, the yarn type, the yarn weight. I'll put the needle size or the hook size, depending on what kind of craft it is. And then the project size will be determined at the end. I'll measure the project. Then I'll put the pattern, and then I'll put a cute little drawing of what I want the project to look like at the end. So I'm just gonna use the first one as an example of what I'm talking about. And then after that, we're just gonna quickly go through the other 9, okay? So for example, let's start with what I call the Frappuccino Sweater, right? I didn't put a start date because I only started a couple weeks ago, so I forgot. And I actually kind of forgot it. So I have to write the start date. Finish date, obviously, to be determined. The craft is knitting. The skill level is intermediate, and I put lower level intermediate. I'm not sure. I just, for me, feel like it's low level intermediate. The techniques you need are casting on, ribbing, so you need to know how to knit purl. You need to know the stockinette stitch, which is also knit purl. And you need to know the increase, cast off, and you need to know how to weave things together, which is just the sewing. The yarn type is acrylic. The yarn weight is 4, which is medium. The needle size that I'm using is a 6.5. So that's like the information I put. And then for the pattern, it's just gonna be a stockinette stitch all the way around. And then it's gonna have, for the collar and the edges, and obviously the cuffs are going to be ribbed, right? So I'm winging it. So I can't write the pattern now because I'm winging it. So I don't know. But this is going to be a Frappuccino sweater, okay? So now let's go through everything real quickly. We have our strawberry shortcake blanket. That's this. Not done yet. It uses white and pink chenille, and they alternate. I think for every 3 skeins of pink chenille, I do 3 skeins of white chenille. And I'll talk more in depth about each project when I actually make the video on them, because I'm going to make a video about each project. Let me go in order. I have my lemon drop baguette bag. So here you go. This will be eventually, I'll crochet a bunch of parts, sew them together, and make it a bag. I have my cool Sapphire Sweater. This one's interesting because it involves knitting and crocheting, and the knitting I'm doing is actually loom knitting. So this is a sweater that I'm making for my little sister. And I'm gonna crochet the ribbing on it when it's done. Whoop. Next thing, white cable knit sweater. I put quotes on knit because this is a crocheted project, but I'm going to use that cable knit pattern. This right now is just the ribbing for it. The Frappuccino Sweater I've already talked to you guys about. Pinky Bear. This is knitting, and I'm just going to be knitting the outside portions of things. I'm basically knitting the skin for a bear, and then I will be sewing and stuffing the bear to make it have its shape. Okay, Scrappy Bear. Scrappy Bear is actually just sewing, and I don't have it here. But basically, there's a video where I show how I got this monstrosity of yarn. I unraveled a sweater, and so with the scraps left, I decided I'm going to make a bear out of it. And I'm going to use whatever scraps are left to stuff that bear as well. So you guys will see a video on that. And then Wintergreen Sundress. That'll be this. Right now I just have like the bottom portion that goes around your ankles. So this is going to be ideally a bodycon dress. I just call it a sundress because everybody calls those sundresses. That's not what I grew up knowing sundresses to be. Like, this is very different from a sundress, but that's what people call it, so that's what I call it. And I really like that. I like this green. It's just very, I don't know, very deep, very rich. Makes me think of a forest. So it's more like a forest green, but I like the name Wintergreen, so that's good. This one I have not given a name, nor have I added it to my whips, but it's going to be a little one shoulder kind of crop top, but enough of a crop like this. Like, this is a crop top, but my pants kind of meet the gap, so it won't look like a crop top on me. And you know what's funny? I normally don't like one shoulder things, but I don't know. There's this YouTuber, Tiffany Lou. She knitted like a one shoulder crop thing, and it looks really cute, and I would like to imitate that. So that's for this. This is loom knit. I don't have a name for it. It's gonna be just some random bag. I'm just making a bag. It's gonna be one of those bags that like goes down like this and then puckers at the bottom. This is crocheting, even though you see hooks coming out of here. This is crochet, and it's gonna end up being a little holder for my knitting needles and my crochet hooks. Like, I'm going to make this piece very long. I'm gonna fold it, and I'm gonna have this be a flap and fold over. All right, sorry this video was all over the place. Ooh, I thought it would be quicker than that. I definitely did not explain this well, but when I actually make the videos on those projects specifically, I will be very detailed. I'll tell you the pattern that I'm using or that I created, and obviously I'll let you see the final product. So, in any case, and once again, this is just really used for accountability on my part. So anyway, if you like this video and you'd like to see more videos like it, please give me a like and a subscribe. Thank you. Bye.